Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Tuesday morning, January 2nd, 2024, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help transform you into a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple to use but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one coaching, which we found to be the most efficient and effective way to get you to where you need to be the quickest way. So, and the point of this morning's session is to show you one of our dozen different trade strategies, one that I principally use. But when we train you, we will customize a trade plan based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. So with that, let's jump in. We need to listen to this guy, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that differentiates us and enhances your success is the fact that we do these live trades. I do 3 a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, and one on Monday afternoon at 3:30, and then every afternoon around 4:15 I send out a trade setup using a slightly different analysis than we're going to use right now. But when you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Every evening at 10 p.m. we do a live trade. These are trades done with experienced traders who have different strategies, so you get to learn a variety of different strategies. And then the key as being successful in anything is just the repetitive coaching, going back, working on the fundamentals. And we do constant training every Wednesday evening, an advanced member meeting every Saturday morning. When the market's closed, we do a back to the basics where we're reviewing the various strategies and taking questions. Now, I have found, and research has supported, as some of you know, that back in the day I was a college professor, so I do look at research and try to learn from it, that we perform better when we work off of a checklist. So here is my trading checklist. Every day I restart my green chart, and this morning after the long weekend, having it all been shut down, I got it back going again. Reason for doing that is one, it clears out the memory. Sometimes if you leave it open days at a time, I notice there's a little lag in the performance. And two, they are doing updates continually to make it work better and faster, and you'll pick up those updates. At the end of every day, good habit to review the trades of the day and specifically what didn't go the way you wanted. That is a good habit in just normal living, is to review the things that didn't kind of go the way you wanted and make correction. Since we haven't traded for a while, there's nothing to do there today. We are technical traders. Our indicators are very good at identifying, they work off of the price action, and they're very good at predicting the direction the market will go. The other way you can trade is based on the news, which is called fundamental trading. When you're trading, even though we're not trading based on the news, we want to know what news events are happening so that we can kind of work around that. And we do that by taking a look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact. We don't worry about those things. Orange, which is medium impact. Some people will consider those things. I don't. And red, which is high impact. Those are things that can move the market. I like to trade around these. And my little rule of thumb is to leave a 2-hour window beforehand. Don't get involved in a trade within 2 hours. And I do that because the information in these, specifically where the ones are a published number versus just somebody speaking, tends to leak beforehand. So if you've got friends wherever these numbers are generated, you can get the information a little sooner, and people trade off of that. So rather than work around the information that I don't have access to, I just sit on the sidelines. So today we've got kind of a clear shot. Only thing, Bank of Japan is closed. It's a holiday in Japan today. Because of that, we won't trade the yen. Plus, the day is it's 12 hours ahead, so it's already evening time in Japan. So we're trading off of a 1-hour chart this morning, and I want the market, at least one of the markets, to be active, so we wouldn't be trading the yen at this time. So we've got a clear channel. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point signal. I like to trade it off of a 1-hour chart, but you can trade it anything from a 30-minute up to a day chart. I like to be halfway into the chart, or 30 minutes on the 1-hour chart for the indicator to have a chance to form. And on a 1-hour chart, trades tend to be worth between 5 and 35 pips. That tends to be the distance between the support and resistance. Usually on a 1-hour chart on the Euro USD is about 40 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm doing pretty good. And again, based on my risk preference, on a 1-hour chart, I expect to get in and out of the trade within 1 to 3 hours. So with that, let's jump in. The goal of the trade, or what the trade we're trying to do with the trade, is there's 3 sections to the chart: majors and minors, TNTs, and the pressure. And we want to get all 3. We want to find a setup where all 3 of the lines are going in the same direction. Chart I'm going to trade off this morning is the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. It's going to show us 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US-based pairs. And I am going to start with the middle of the chart, and I want situations where middle of the chart is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the majors and minors are either oversold and pointing up, or up here overbought and pointing down. And here we were overbought, and eventually you can see we went from here down to here. This was a little long, 1, 2, 3, 4, over the course of 5 hours. And it did 25 pips. So I'm looking to carve 11 pips out of that. So right now we're oversold and all the lines are going down. Now, can I generate 11 pips when we're oversold and taking a sell trade? Yes, I can. Just not part of my trade strategy. Because when we're oversold, so we got oversold this last hour, there was 19 pips here. So, that would have gotten me my 11 pips. But to me, it's just I want to get in and get out quickly. I want something that causes the least amount of risk. And when I'm oversold and going up, that has the highest probability of doing what I want. So that's what I'm looking for. So if I don't have this to start with, I don't need to look at the TNTs or the pressure. So we're oversold going down. Euro USD, my favorite pair. Oversold going down. Our majors are going down. Minors have started to turn. Pound USD oversold. Majors going down. Minors starting to turn. Dollar, Canadian dollar overbought going up. So nothing there. Again, here's a scenario where overbought. Had you took this turn, you would have clearly got more than 11 pips. Dollar, Swiss franc, we've got this overbought, majors going up, minors going down, so we don't have agreement. Dollar, yen, overbought, majors going up, minors going down, so we don't have agreement. So nothing on this chart. So I've cloned this chart and put in non-USD pairs. So euro, pound, overbought. Everybody's going down. Majors and minors going down, although the black line is almost horizontal. But there's three things I'm looking for. One, that we're overbought, so we kind of have that. We touched up on the overbought with the green line on the major. Two, that all the lines are going down. So we almost have that. The black line is going down slightly, but the others are going down. And then the third thing I want is what I call a double cross, where the black line is crossed over, which it has here on the gray, and the red line is crossed over on the green, which it quite hasn't. So because of that, I'm going to pass. So 1, overbought, 2, everybody going down, and 3, I got the double cross. Although I'm not crazy about the steepness. I'm not crazy about these lines aren't going down enough for me. Australian dollar, yen, oversold are going down. Euro, Canadian dollar, oversold. Majors going down, minors starting to turn. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. This is a good signal. Oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross. Green's crossed over. Gray's crossed over. There's some pluses here in addition to those 3 points that I'm looking for. One is the slope of the green line. That's almost 80 degrees going up. I like the signal is stronger when all the lines are clustered. So the signal is stronger. And then I'll consider a trade so long as the green line is like less than halfway. It's just going over the halfway mark, so I would consider this. When I have the 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to the TNT. 2 orange lines going up, supporting the buy signal I'm seeing here. 2 blue lines. The blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is that when blue's going down, that means buy. So the 2 blue lines are saying buy. So all 4 lines here are saying buy. I want at least 3 of the 4 lines saying buy. So I've got this part of the test. And then I have weak up pressure. Both the lines are going up. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines, which is green line's about 45 degrees, red line's a little less than that. But both are going up, and the red line's on top. I'd get 2 points if the green line were on top, but 1 point's good. So I got points from all 3 sections. Now, the only thing here that isn't good is we're trading off of a 1-hour chart, and the time in New Zealand is 14 hours different. So it is 9 p.m. or approaching 9 p.m. Same with New Zealand. In fact, I'll be going to New Zealand in a couple weeks for some business and pleasure. So because it's not prime time with a 1-hour chart, I want to get in and get out within 1 hour. If neither of these are trading actively, it's going to take longer for the move to materialize. And within the course of the time that it takes for the move to materialize, the signal will change. So I want at least one of these to be actively trading. Neither of them are, so I'm going to pass. But this signal, you see this is a good signal to trade off of. Pound yen, oversold, going down. Euro Australian dollar, oversold, going down, so nothing there. So again, we'll go to another chart. Now I'm walking us through each of the analysis. The reality is, once you understand the signal, you can do this in 5. You can go through all 24 of these in 5 minutes, and I did that before we came on. But as part of the learning, I'm going a little slower. But the reality is, once you learn the signal, you can check it quickly, so you don't have to invest that half an hour to do this. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought, going up. Euro New Zealand dollar, oversold, everybody's going up, double cross. It is active trading in Europe right now. It's 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours, depending what part of Europe you're in. So it's between 1 and 2 o'clock. So we've got 3 hours before the end of the day there. So oversold, everybody's going up, double cross. We've got the pluses of the steepness of the green line. We've got the plus of the cluster of the lines. We've got the plus that we're just entering the channel versus being gapped and going in the channel. So I like this signal. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I got 3 of the 4. Each of these lines on the TNTs are measuring something at a different speed. Thick orange is fastest, thick blue is slowest. So thick blue is usually the last to turn. Coach Dale likes to call it the thick orange, the Maserati, and the thick blue, the school bus. So we've got 3 of the 4 here. Down on my pressure, I've got down pressure telling me sell, but the green line is on top. Green line on top gives me a point. So I've got 7 points. 1 from the pressure, 3 from the majors and minors, and 3 from the TNTs. So we have a buy on the euro New Zealand dollar. And when I see the signal, I like to confirm it. And how I confirm it is by looking at a 2 and a 4 hour chart. So this chart shows me different time periods for the same pair. So let's put in euro New Zealand dollar. And what I want to see is that we are oversold on the 2 hour and the 4 hour chart. So we are oversold here, and we're oversold here. The lines don't necessarily need to be going up. I just want to see that we're oversold. And the reason I want to see that we're oversold, and we are on both of them, is because if this signal weakens, we'll eventually get the trade off of the 2 hour and the 4 hour. Because if it's oversold, it's eventually going to go up. It's just going to take a little longer. So we've got that here. So let's then the next thing I need to figure out. So I've got my confirmation. Next thing I want to figure out is what's the trade worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I want to look at a clean chart and figure out where the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the lines kind of naturally, the candles seem to naturally stop. And within this channel is what I'm going to trade within. So let's change this over to the euro New Zealand dollar. Now, on pairs I actively trade, I already have this drawn. But since I don't actively trade this one, I need to create the support and resistance. So to do that, I'm going to crunch up my chart, and I'm going to draw some lines on it. And the reason I'm crunching up my chart is it gives me more data points. And it seems to stop in here, stop here, stop here, stopping in here, stopping in here. So now I'm going to add another line. And on the Euro USD, these tend to be about 40 pips apart. And the reason I want to know these spots is because my strategy is to get in and get out quickly. Because we bounce on these spots, like if you see here, I'm bouncing on these spots, it's going to take longer for it to break through and get to the other side. So I want to know where these spots are so I can get in and get out quickly. So we're at this 0.7437 to 0.7505. So that's a little bit. That's about 60 pips. Let me open it up just to. I'm trying to decide if I want to add one more line in between here. Let me see what it looks like if we put another line in here. If there's seems to be a natural stopping spot. Yeah, it seems to naturally stop right in here. So let's open this up a little bit so we can see it a little better. And then I want to know how much room do I have from the point I'm at to this next line. So about 9.7 pips if you look on the top left. Up. Let's see, down. I got 27 pips. 27 pips down and 9 pips up. I'm just looking at where the lines seem to stop. Let's look at the signal again. So this is the signal. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, lines are clustered, entering the channel. 3 of the 4, green line on top, oversold. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a buy here. And I guess my only question is, how much are we going to take? So we've got the line at 17, 1.74748. So this is where our line is. So I'm going to go up to this line, 74748. So that's going to be about 8 pips. So you can open your MetaTrader, or you can take it on your simulator. So let me bring it over here. Come on. So this is a demo account. I don't have the Euro NZD open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and it'll probably be in this third group, Euro NZD, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and make it a 1-hour chart, so we're looking at the same thing. Oh, we've got a 2 pip or a pip and a half. A pip and a half we're giving up. So ideally, I want to get at least 10 pips to cover this. The spread on the buy and sell is a little wide. It should be just a couple points, and it's almost a pip and a half. So we're going to go ahead and take new order. This account's got 13,039 in it. So I'm going to just move my decimal spot over 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1.33 or 34 because I'm going to round up. And I'm going to do a market buy. And I'm going to right click on here. Go to modify. Left click. And I am going to type in where that support line was, 1.74748. And we came in at 1.7463, 1.74639. So how many pips is that? Well, it's about 11 pips. So we're going to use a 33 pip stop loss. So this is about 11 pips. So 33 pip stop loss. I just add an extra 0 to it to convert pips to points. Click the little red button and it does the math for me. Then I'm going to click modify. And here we are. So we took a buy on the Euro New Zealand dollar with a take profit of 1.74748 and a stop loss of 1.74297. 1.74297. So I expect this to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Yeah, and you can see, so if we do get a little punch through, once we get up to this line, if we get a little punch through, we'll get that taken, that trade will close. And let's go back. So all is good here. All is good. All right, gang, thanks for joining me. Let's make the new year is a time when people make resolutions and try to start new activities. If you want to learn to trade, we've got the best program out there. These indicators are fabulous. I've been trading with them for 4 years, done a lot of stuff prior to, and learning how to currency trade has been one of the best moves I've made. Our program is designed where We're a continuous mentor with you. So once you are trading with us, or once you've learned how to trade, we'll let you trade our money. We're keeping an eye on what you're doing. If you start to draw down the account, we're going to step in and figure out what you're doing wrong and get you corrected. It's that kind of support that'll help you excel. All right, thanks so much. We will see you. We'll see you this afternoon. I'll send out the overnight trade at about 4:15. See you then. Bye-bye.